What's up, guys? So I went to locals the other day and just came back, placing top 10 with my Utopia deck. And so I just wanted to share my deck profile with you guys and just show you how I run the deck and just start some theory crafting, because to be honest, I didn't expect to crack top 10, but I think it goes to show that like Utopia actually has a lot of potential. So just want to start messing with the ratios, try some new text, and hopefully we can get it into top 8 at a YCS. So I guess without any further ado, we could just jump right in. So let's start off with the main deck. This ratio is just not going to change. We got 3 and 3 of ZS Ascended Sage, ZS Armed Sage. These are just free special summons, and rank 4 they chain. If they're together they chain block. They're just really good. Free special summons is what you need pretty much. If you open this and any of the Onomats, or this and any of the Onomats, you could go like full combo pretty much. So pretty good cards. I'm a budget player, so this one used to be out of my budget because they were like 15 each, right? And luckily now they're only like $3 each, so I was able to pick some up. But yeah, really good cards. Honestly, the best starters. Next we got the Onomat engine. So we have 2 Utopic Onomatopeias, 2 Gogogogloves, and 3 actually Gagagacoats. So these guys are really dope. They work together really well. The reason I have these at 2 and this at 3 is because this guy is great to draw even after your first turn, because he can like revive something from the grave and he can special summon himself from the hand. So he's good drawing like anytime. Like he's a good top deck, honestly. And then this guy is low-key a brick if you draw him after the first turn, so I kind of just search for him. But yeah, because his stuff works from the graveyard. He does special summon from the hand, but it's like a specific thing. So I don't really, yeah, I like him at 2. And then this guy is, he just special summons from the hand. He's a good like imperm bait or veiler bait, but I don't want to draw too much of him because that's kind of all he does as well, right? So overall pretty good. Honestly, you could put this at 3, but this guy at 2 is fine. This one at 3 is pretty good because you want to see him more often. So yeah, that's the ratio for these. And if you didn't know, if you have these 3, you can just go full combo, and there's ways to search for them. So it's pretty sick. Okay, so there's that. And then for the monsters, again, Astraltopia 3, just a good extender, good searcher. This card can search for like anything in the deck, which is pretty busted. So we play him at 3. And then last for the main deck monsters, we have the 1-ofs. So Astral Kuriboh, he's just good overall for extension. He can become basically rank 4, or level 4, my bad. And he protects the monsters from being destroyed, which is nice, and a lot of people forget about that, which is dope. And then these 2 are just the best Zexal weapons, in my opinion. Targeting protection and monster negate. This guy can even negate access code, which is crazy. And then for the spells, we have 3 Onomatopickups and 3 Onomatopairas. And so this card just searches. Honestly, you just want to search for this card for the most part. And then this card searches for these guys, whatever you're missing. So pretty good. Just play them 3 each because you want to get this card every time. It's basically like 6 copies of it. So that's it for the like main engine, I guess you could call it that. Next we have some like 1-ofs. So numbers protection. This is your counter trap. It's an omni negate. It's really good. It can even set itself back from the graveyard once, which is nice. So we just play 1 of it because it's searchable. Next we got XZ's change tactics. Again, also searchable. This one just helps you draw. It helps you draw a lot, so that's good. And then double or nothing, which we need for the Utopia double combo, and you could OTK with it. And then hyper rank up magic, Utopiforce. This one, you just need it to get into Draganar. Zexal construction. I only had one of these, so I didn't really see it much, but the one time I did, it helped me unbrick, because it puts a card back into the deck, right? So if you drew this and this, for example, you can shuffle this one back into your deck, which is pretty good. And then just some other cards. I have XC's Import. This one, honestly, I wasn't a huge fan of it because I used it going second. And this card is useless unless you have an XC's monster. So, I don't know. Maybe like side it in as a going first card, but I'm gonna take it out for sure next time. I remember drawing this and I was like, damn, I wish it was a Raigeki instead, you know? So, I don't know about that one. And then Harpie is just good for back row removal. Rhoda, because everything is a warrior. And Monster Reborn is just busted. So that's it for the spells. I know there's a lot of one-ofs, but this is searchable, 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 searchable. So these four are searchable, it's fine. And then these are just good, you know? Well, there's some exceptions, but yeah. I'm gonna toy with the ratios a bit and see how it goes. Some cool things that I noticed. So I hate drawing this card, but if your life points are 2,000 lower than your opponent, you can just special summon it. And this card, you can at least get like 5 draws off of this. So if you have this in your hand, or if you draw it off of this, it's not a big deal because you can just special summon it. I thought that was pretty neat. And then any other cool things? Nah, I think that was the thing that came in clutch for me. And then lastly, just for the hand traps, we have, I just used 2 of them. So I have Imperm, just too good, you know, and Ogre. I like Ogre because it removes things from the field, which is pretty neat. But yeah, you could honestly put in like a Veiler or like an Ash or whatever. I can't afford Ash, but this does a job for me. So yeah, I was thinking honestly if because I don't search for this. I usually search for this one instead. But if I were to search for this one, I might up the number of hand traps, like maybe 2 of each, because there's a high chance I would draw into it with this card. So I might mess around with that and see how it goes. So that's it for the main deck. Now just getting into the extra deck, we have our ZS, Utopic Sage. Such a good card. It brings out your ZWs and your ZSs, and it's an extension, and it's also protection. Also, it's not a number card, so you could use it for Draco Future. Just such a great card. I usually go into this first if I have like full combo. And then just some Utopia. So we got Utopia Double, just crazy, insane. Utopia, my favorite art of it. Utopia Prime, I just rank up with this one. And then Draganar, just such an insane card. And Leo Ray. So these guys, they are, I guess you could call it like the Utopia package, I guess. So obviously you have him, and then you want to like rank up into this guy, rank up into this guy, rank up into this guy. And then when he has 4 materials, he's going to bring out 2 other number monsters, which you can just like look through your extra deck like it's a buffet and just like pick whatever you want, which is just nuts. And then with him, on the off chance that like the opponent's board is like empty or something, or not empty, but they have a monster, you can honestly OTK by going into Utopia and just attacking for 10k. Honestly, sometimes even more than 10k, because you can equip the Zexal weapons, right? And if you ever have the chance to just do that, to just attack, like just go for it. Even if you lose, it's worth it, because winning like that is just such a Chad move. But it's never been an option for me yet, but I can't wait. And then obviously this guy, he's just great with his monster negate. It's like not a omni negate type of thing. It's like a quick effect, which is nice. But yeah, usually I will have equipped this one to him because he can search it, and this one to him because I don't want them to like imperm this or chalice it, right? So that's kind of how I'll equip these. Even if they imperm this guy or chalice him, this negate is still live, which is pretty good. But yeah. So that's these guys. And then after that, we have the Draco Futures. So F0, Utopic Future. Any 2 non-number monsters can climb into this guy. And then this guy is just crazy. He's like a dragoon. And he takes control of the monsters, which is really good. I know he's expensive now. I got him when he was like 10, 15 bucks though, which is pretty dope. But yeah, they're really good cards. If you don't have these, I might just go for like a Zeus instead or something. I think that would be good. I don't have Zeus, it's too expensive. But yeah, this guy's good. And then just some other numbers. We have Harbinger, Hope, Spell Negation, which is really good. Bagooska, kind of degen, but also really, really clutch when you need to, right? So he's a good card. And then I added these recently. Stealth Kragen and Stealth Kragen Spawn. They're just really versatile, like to put in your extra deck. I like his effect of turning everything to water because it really messes with some decks. I was going against Earth Machine and he couldn't do nothing because now he had water machines, right? So it was just really good. It was really useful. And then a last thing is that he has burn damage, which is honestly pretty clutch if it comes down to it. Although we don't do that because it's kind of degen as well. But yeah, the option's there, right? And then lastly, some other non-numbers. So we have Abyss Dweller, just good for covering your bases, covering the graveyard, right? Gagagacoat Magician. It's an easy revive, and it could take you into this guy pretty easily, which leads into this guy. It's a good like fallback. And then Tornado Dragon, just good for popping the back row, but forcing it out. Just overall pretty good non-numbers. These are my favorites. From the extra deck, I would say I used everyone, to be honest. Like, these are all, like, mandatory, right? This is a good fallback option, which is really useful. And I like how he can even negate Nibiru, because this guy's negate is not, is only on field, right? So, this one's useful. And then, yeah, these guys were good. This was dope. This is the only one I didn't use. And, I don't know. I like having it, but I don't know what else I would put in instead, so that's kind of what I'm running with. If I had a Zeus, I would definitely take this out for Zeus, but it's all good. So that's it for the extra deck. And then just real quick, the side deck, I honestly didn't side too much. So just gonna show these off. So Dark Ruler, just, you know, if I'm ever going second, it's good for shutting them off. Lancias, it's good. I brought it in case there were like Dino players, but I didn't see any in the top cut because I was at the top tables, right? But I just had it in case. But yeah, I didn't see any Dino players up there, so I might take it out. The other decks didn't really rely on their banishing. And then Anti-Spell, just so that Sky Strikers can have a harder time. But I didn't see any Sky Strikers. And then Chalice, just good monster negate. I can't afford Droplet yet. I need to save up for it this month. But this is pretty good for replacement. And lastly, just Cosmic Cyclone in case there's like more back row or Mystic Mine or something. So overall, like the ones I used Dark Ruler, and that's it. I didn't play many back row decks. Didn't play any banishing decks. And I had Imperm, so I didn't really need this. And then, yeah, I don't know. It was okay. I think I could do better with my side deck. I definitely want, like, board breakers more. For example, like Raigeki. I'm gonna put in Raigekis for sure. But yeah, that's it for the side deck. So, any other, any thoughts, any questions, any any tips, just drop them down in the comments below. Again, I just want to theory craft with you guys and make Utopia the best deck that we can. Because I love playing this deck. It's super fun. You just bring out strong monsters and you can OTK with it. You can control with it. It's like really versatile, right? So just let me know. Also, this is my first deck profile video. So if there's any tips, any comments, advice, I'll be glad to hear it. So just drop it down below in the comments, all right? Thank you guys. Make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you next time.